Germany is in the top 3 study abroad destinations this year. Students choose it for cheaper education and also to get an opportunity to explore the entire Europe. Even though the tuition fees is lesser, but to be able to get a student visa to study in Germany, you will need to show living expenses in advance, and that turns around to be around 12 lakhs per annum. And for some of the private universities, even the fees, which is around 10 to 15 lakhs per annum, has to be paid in advance for first year. Hence, such strict financial requirements makes many students ineligible to choose Germany. So in this video, I'm going to detail you on how much of an education loan is possible for Germany with collateral and without collateral, and how much are the interest rates for those loans, and how to use that education loan for your blocked account for first year and for your blocked account for second year. It will be a very useful video. Do watch it fully. Hello all, this is Damini, co-founder of VMX Scholars, India's largest education finance platform. So we started in the year 2015 with funding and support from Ministry of Electronics and IT Government of India. And our sole purpose is to help students like you with these scholarships and education loans for your higher education. Hence, our videos are the most trusted source of information than watching some random vlogger. And even though we share the information through these videos virtually, but if any bank staff in your city denies accepting any information which is shared by us, we are just a call away. Just call us on the number which is shown on the screen. You don't need to argue with that branch, or you don't need to convince them. You just call our team and they will speak to the branch and resolve that issue for you by quoting the circular in which that information is mentioned. Now coming to today's video, it is part of Loanflix web series, and Loanflix web series talks about everything about education loans, and this particular video is about how to get an education loan for your blocked account in Germany. And some universities do require tuition fee payment in advance prior to visa. So how to get that done from the education loan, and in general how to fulfill your financial requirements for Germany. So let's start. So for Germany, you can get both secured as well as unsecured education loans, as in the loans with collateral and the loans without collateral. Now talking about the loans without collateral, the unsecured loan limit for the top public universities is about 50 lakhs. And if you're going for, let's say, regular ranked public universities or the private universities, the unsecured limit is going to be between 30 to 35 lakhs. Now for the top universities, even your co-applicant's income profile will not be checked. But if you're going for a regular ranked private university or a regular ranked public university, your past academic profile and your co-applicant's income profile will be assessed before deciding on the amount. Now coming to the interest rate, for the top public universities, the unsecured loan without any collateral will be given at 9 to 9.5%. Now for the other universities, the unsecured loan will be at 11.5 to 12.5%. That's why if you're not going to really top public universities, it is better for you to go for a secured education loan, because even for the regular universities, the secured education loan comes at 9.5%. So you can save on interest rate by putting a collateral. Now whether your university is eligible for 9.5% without collateral or not, that clarity will be given to you by your VMX Scholars financial officer. If you're not in touch with one yet, you can request a call back via the link which is in the video description, or you can directly call us on the number which is on the screen. So if you're planning to study in Germany, whether it's a top university or the regular ranked one, you need to understand that the German embassy wants you to have sufficient funds for your first year of living. Now the approximate living expenses in Germany for 1 year comes to be around 11,904 euros, which is equal to 11.5 lakh rupees in Indian currency as per today's rate. Now this amount has to be deposited in a blocked account. It is locked. You get a proof of that. You need to show this evidence when you go for your visa. Now once you get your visa approved and you land in Germany, you need to open a normal bank account and then let your blocked account bank know about it. Then for the next 12 months, they would transfer 992 euros in your normal bank account every month from this deposit. So now a lot of students are not aware that they can make this blocked account deposit from the education loan as well. And mostly this happens because when they visit the banks, especially government banks, it's very hard for them to explain what exactly is this blocked account. Bankers will be struck up on the point that, hey, we give education loan only for tuition fees and for living expenses, without realizing that blocked account is nothing but a deposit of living expenses. And also they'll be concerned about releasing your living expenses funds prior to visa, just because what happens if your visa gets rejected. Because if it is tuition fees, they know that the refund will come back, but as it is living expenses, they are kind of unsure of the refund policies. Now in all public sector banks, releasing money prior to visa. It's called as pre-visa disbursement and it requires a special approval. So that's why it's an issue for students when they visit the banks directly. But when you apply for your education loan via WeMake Scholars, your financial officer will let the bank know well in advance, right when they are submitting the application, that this student would require pre-visa disbursement, so that when your loan is approved, it is approved with the pre-visa disbursement condition. That's why you should apply for your education loan for Germany via WeMake Scholars only. And even if you have already started your process, you can still move your application via WeMake Scholars for a faster process, for a lower interest rate, and for a reduced bank's processing fee. To get in touch with us, you can directly call us on the number which is shown on the screen, or you can request a call back via the link which is in the video description. As mentioned already, your education loan will cover your tuition fees, and if the university is wanting you to pay that in advance, that can be done from the education loan as well. In addition to tuition fees, your education loan will also cover the cost for your flight tickets from India to Germany and some other miscellaneous costs. For example, a lot of German universities have something called as ancillary costs, in which they include your monthly travel pass and your some leisure club membership, etc. So some of these miscellaneous costs can be covered in the education loan. Now, in addition to that, your education loan will also cover the living expenses. So the first year living expenses for all the universities goes into a blocked account. Now, what about the second year living expenses? Now, that brings me to my next topic, which a lot of students are asking: second year blocked account. So when you land in Germany and apply for your residence permit, they generally give it to you for 1 year only, even though your course is for 2 years or 3 years. Now, after 1 year, when you go for your residence permit renewal, they may ask you to show your living expenses for the second year as well. It doesn't happen to a lot of students, but around 25% students are asked to create a blocked account for your second year as well. Now, that's why we always suggest students, and even the banks in India insist that when you apply for an education loan, take living expenses approval for your second year as well. Even though you may not use it, I'm sure you know that the loan interest rate is only charged on the amount which you take it out of the loan, as in like whatever you take the disbursement of, not on the amount what you're sanctioned, right? So that's why get loan sanction for your second year living expenses as well. See, what happens is you can get a top-up loan later as well, like after you are in Germany and you need some additional funds, that can be given as a top-up, but it is just that it is slightly more complex to manage and sometimes it has eligibility issues. That's why it's better to get it done while you are in India. And WeMake Scholars also has a dedicated post-sanction team, so we assign you a post-sanction officer. So in case you didn't take the extra sanction while you were going from India and you need a top-up loan, you can always reach out to your post-sanction officer. So when you take your education loan through us, we assure you to support you for the next 10-12 years until you close off this loan. If you haven't started your loan process with WeMake Scholars yet, you can do it right away by calling us on the number which is shown on the screen or by requesting a call back via the link which is in the video description. Now, one very unique issue you will face in getting an education loan for Germany if you're going to a public university where there is no or very little tuition fees. Now, in such a scenario, 90% of your loan requirement is going to be for living expenses, and that is not how the Indian Banking Association standard education loan product works. Now, as per the model education loan product, for an education loan to be considered, the majority of the expense has to be tuition fees. Now, when you go to the bank and says that, hey, I'm going to a public university where the fees is very little but I need this loan, majority for my living expenses, they are going to be like, hey, we cannot consider this as an education loan, and they will push you to go for personal loan or any other kinds of loans. But guys, don't fall for it. If anything of this sort is happening to you, please reach out to your WeMake Scholars financial officer, because we have got such policies in place with most of the government banks wherein you can get the loan approved just for living expenses also. And the bottom line is, if you go for a personal loan or any other kinds of loan, you will lose out on a lot of benefits which the education loan product brings you, such as moratorium period, because in personal loan you have to start paying EMI right from the next month even while you are studying, but that's not how it works in education loans. And there will be benefits like TCS and Section 80 which you will lose out on. I will explain that in a while. So now I hope you understood all the conditions related to financial requirements for Germany. Now you can fulfill these financial requirements either through your self-funds or through an education loan. But now please note that as you will be transferring close to 20-25 lakhs in year 1, which includes your blocked account as well as first year's tuition fees, to Germany, you will have to pay TCS on foreign remittance. Now what is this TCS is? Indian government charges you a certain tax on foreign remittance when you send money abroad more than 10 lakhs in one financial year. So for example, if you're sending to Germany 25 lakhs in your year 1, so the first 10 lakhs will be exempted from any tax. Now the remaining 15 lakhs, on that you will have to pay 5% tax, which is roughly around 75,000 rupees for year 1. And similarly, if you're creating a blocked account for year 2 as well, then 75,000 in year 2 as well. So this 75,000 or 1.5 lakhs of TCS can be saved if you're making this transfer through an education loan, because there is no TCS on foreign remittance if the money goes through an education loan. And on top of that, you will be able to save 3 to 4 lakh rupees under Section 80E tax exemption benefits. If you want to know more about the Section 80E, you can watch my detailed video. The link is in the description for the same. So if all these benefits make sense, go for an education loan. And if you have decided to go for an education loan, you can reach out to VMake Scholars team. I'm repeating again, all our services are absolutely free. And to get in touch with us, you can directly call us on the number which is on the screen. So coming to when should you apply for an education loan, as you know that in Germany, immediately after admit, you need to create the blocked account. Only then you can move on your further steps for visa. So that's why start your initial steps of loan while you have applied to the universities and waiting for the decision, because that will give you sufficient time to arrange documents and all those things, so that as soon as you get the admit, you can immediately go for the sanction as well as disbursement. Now, most of the process in government banks would take around 18 to 20 days. In case of private banks, it will take about 7 to 10 days when you apply via VMake Scholars. But it is just that in most cases, students will not have all the documents in place. So even to start the process, they would take about 15-20 days, right? So have that buffer in mind. Now coming to when do you have to start repaying your education loan. So in all education loan, there is something called as moratorium period, which is a repayment holiday, and your EMI doesn't start during this moratorium period. Now this moratorium is your course duration plus 6 months or 1 year, right? And the EMI starts afterwards, and then you get 10 to 15 years to repay the education loan. Now within the moratorium period, if you're going for a government bank, you don't have to pay even a single penny back to the bank, whether it's an unsecured loan or a secured education loan. But if you go for a private sector bank or NBFC, you will have to pay full or partial simple interest, or something as low as 2,000 to 5,000 rupees, even while you are studying, even during this moratorium period. I hope that's clear. Now coming to how to apply for an education loan, you of course have the option to either apply offline at the bank, but that's gonna be a very cumbersome process. You will have to make multiple visits to the bank, and they don't really explain the entire product and process properly, right? The other more efficient and better option is to go online, apply via VMake Scholars, wherein we will assign you a dedicated financial officer who would answer all your questions, guide you entirely on the product process, answer all the questions of your parents as well, because they can speak the regional language. So that will be much more beneficial for you. And you need to know that VMake Scholars is funded and supported by Ministry of Electronics and IT. That's why we are able to support you without any charge in the entire loan process. So do avail the services. And to get in touch with us, you can directly call us on the number which is on the screen, or request a call back via the link in the video description. That's it, guys. I hope I have covered everything in terms of financial requirements for Germany. And just summarizing here, if you're relying on an education loan, make sure your loan is sanctioned immediately after you get your admit, and then it has to be disbursed for your 1 year blocked account living expenses and for your 1 year tuition fees payment if the university requires it. So that's it. Please let me know in the comments section if you have any questions, or you can directly call us on the number which is on the screen. And lastly, do subscribe to our channel so that we can keep sharing such useful videos with you, and do hit the like button, share it with your friends and colleagues who are tagging along with you to Germany. See you soon.